Jason here from Off the Beaten Path, and we're off on another adventure. This one's not so much an off the beaten path adventure. We're on the Hume Highway here heading north, yeah, going to look at something that, you know, if the deal goes ahead, it's going to be a significant change to you know, the way that I camp currently. Quite a significant change. This opportunity sort of came out of nowhere, and yeah, so I've got a good 12 hour drive from Albury to go and check this out. So currently, yeah, Friday afternoon, and I'm getting a bit of a head start so that tomorrow, being Saturday, I can get to where I need to be, which, as it happens, is in Grafton. So you can look on a map and see how far it is from Albury to Grafton. It's a long way, and I'm hoping that what I'm going to look at is going to be worth it, and the deal that, you know, we've negotiated is going to be worth it, and I think it could be a really cool thing. Anyway, I'm not going to say too much more about it till you guys get to see it, but yeah, look, it's I'm pumped enough about it to drive 12 hours. So at the moment I'm just shy of Goulburn, so, you know, a bit over about 3 hours or so out of Albury, and loving the long range tank. Fuel gauge is still sitting right around past full. Does take a little while to move off full, and the cruiser is purring like an absolute dream. A couple of weeks ago now, just had major service done. We're at about 195,000 Ks now, and basically had a big 200,000 K service done. Did the whole top end intake clean. My mechanic is going to get me photos of that, so I'll probably do a little bit of a video about that just to show you guys. I think the previous owner did a lot of short trips in this car, whereas I tend to do much longer drives, and the intake manifolds and what have you sort of would support that. You know, it was well needed to be done. So and not an inexpensive exercise either, but car's running super smooth, driving nice, and yeah, they also sorted out the issue that I had on the Mungo trip, which I'll probably leave to tell you about in a different video, so probably before this one even airs, I'm guessing. So anyway, yeah, so that's what we're doing, heading north to go and look at something. Wonder what it is. Car? No, I don't think it would be a car, would it? No, surely not. Anyway, wait and see, guys. But you know, I'm not gonna use the G word, but yeah, look, it's not something that's brand new, but it's new to me, and something that I've sort of wanted for a long time, and yeah, the right opportunity has presented itself, assuming it is what it appears to be from the photos. We all know that photos and videos never do things justice, so consequently I did have the opportunity for somebody to pick this up for me and save me, you know, 24 hours of my life in the car driving up and driving back, but I really wanted to look at it before parting with my hard-earned cash, so consequently we're doing what we're doing. So anyway, guys, I'll leave it there. You don't watch these videos to see my head rabbiting on about stuff, and I'll talk to you when we've got some more news. Hey everyone, Jason here from Off the Beaten Path, and it's the next day, and been on the road a couple of hours already this this
the
one.
left lane to take the M11 slip road.
There you go. That might give you some hint of where we are. We're
Continue for 7 kilometres.
sort of on the north side of Sydney, about to enter the M11 tunnel, which sort of bypasses a lot of the roads and sort of gets you out of Sydney on the north side and towards the northern beaches and heading north. So yeah, we're in the tunnel here now, obviously, out of the glare of that sun, which is nice. So yeah, been on the road a couple of hours, stopped at Goulburn last night, and yeah, aiming to get to Grafton about 3 o'clock. Really looking forward to checking this thing out. So that was random. For some reason the camera just stopped recording. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, heading out of Sydney to Hornsby. Still a lot of hours to go to get up to Grafton. It's almost to Queensland. And I'm looking forward to showing you guys what it is I'm going to look at. And
GPS signal lost.
hopefully I end up bringing it home with me, which will be really cool. Will be a bit of a project for the channel, I think. Something to work on. And also something to use that's going to be really cool. So anyway guys, I'll catch you a little bit later. So yeah, out of the tunnel heading north from Sydney, there's some massive big cuttings through the rocks here, and some decent sized hills as well. Plenty of lanes though, and at this time it's before 9 AM on a Saturday morning, not too much traffic. '76 is running nicely after the top end clean and making short work of these hills, that's for sure. But yeah, past the roadworks, back onto 110, hopefully clear running from here. Still got, as I was saying just before when we're in the tunnel, still got several hours of driving, probably another 6 hours of driving nearly to get to Grafton. So hopefully it's all worth it when we get there. But yeah, this northern exit, I guess if you live in Sydney and you live on the north side of Sydney and you do this drive every day, it's probably something you just take for granted, but I always enjoy this drive on this section of road when I get up here, which is not that often. It's probably only 5 or 6 times that I've driven it, to be honest. And yeah, I always find it a nice drive. Although I must admit, when I was coming back from that Pajamboree at the Wadigans, the traffic was insane on a Sunday afternoon. Probably didn't enjoy that quite so much because we're doing about more like 60 kilometres an hour instead of 100. So just still heading north out of Sydney, coming up on that bridge crossing that I mentioned. It's just down around the corner here. So yeah, Mooney is one of the stops, and Brooklyn's one of the areas here, but I'm not sure what this inlet or bay is actually called. Nice scenic drive on the way to Sydney anyway. And here we are crossing the bay. So yeah, popular little stopping area there on the left hand side. Boat ramp as well. And just like that, we're on the Central Coast apparently, so this must be where the Sydney City LGA ends and Central Coast starts. Hey guys, so just stopped here at Kalongalook. north of Sydney at the Cherry Pie Cafe kebab and burger. Sharing a bit of that kebab there, I think, on my beard at the Cherry Pie Kebab and Burger place. If you're coming this way, get yourself a kebab here. Do yourself a favour. Best kebab I've had in a very long time. They do pies, sandwiches, the whole 9 yards. The shop just behind me there. Yeah, check it out. A couple of hours to go to Grafton. Passing through some pretty iconic four-wheel drive country just right now. Unfortunately not
Use the right 2 lanes to turn slightly right to stay on Pacific Highway, A1.
That big banana there on the left, if you saw it, should give you a hint as to where we are.
Continue on A1 for 64 kilometres.
So this trip I'm having the usual challenges with the HEMA again. If you can hear it dinging in the background, I've even taken it off the windscreen. It's just completely useless. I'm running memory map on the phone now for my navigating, in addition to running the Google Navigator on the head unit, which is also running through the phone. So the phone is about 3 times more useful than the HEMA HX2. I think I'm done with it, to be honest. I was going to persist. You know, maybe I'll RMA it to HEMA and get it fixed if they can diagnose that the power input is the problem. But yeah, I think I'm done with the HX2. It seems like, you know, 2 years is about, you know, if you get lucky, that's what you get out of them, and then they start having these power problems and you just can't rely on it. Like, I've been on bitumen today, and it started off okay, but then it starts not accepting charge, and then the battery gets low, and then it starts dinging and going on and off again. I'm in 2 minds whether I just get a tablet and run memory map, which I know a lot of people, like Stefan Fisher does that, and others, and they're quite happy with that as a solution, or whether I go for the Garmin Overlander. You know, there's a few YouTubers out of WA that are all running the Garmin Overlander, and they all seem happy with it, and I don't hear anyone talking about power issues with the Garmin Overlander. I just need something reliable, and the HEMA HX2 is not it, so there is no way I'm investing in a HEMA HX2 Plus. I had the HX1, I bought that second hand, and that was good until the power sort of issue started, and I bought this HX2 brand new, and thinking it would be better, and the connectors are better design, but yeah, ultimately not really better. So anyway, we're nearly at our destination, 78 k's to go, and I'm looking forward to it. I really am. You know, it's a decent purchase, and it's not the ideal time for me to be spending money, but it was too good an opportunity to pass up. So yeah, no, look, I'm really looking forward to it. You know, less than an hour to go till I get there, and while it's not the ideal time for me to be doing this, it was just too good an opportunity to pass up, and I just can't wait to get there and look at it. I actually didn't sleep that well last night thinking about it, and you know, it's not something that's brand new. It's going to be new to me. It's certainly had a life, haven't we all? None of us are as pretty as we used to be. So no, looking forward to it. Anyway guys, I'll show you more when we get there. Well, we're just about there. 2.6 kilometers to go. The guy I'm meeting has confirmed that he's there, so he got there.
In 500 meters, at the roundabout, take the 3rd exit onto Villiers Street.
He got there about 10 minutes before me, so 10 or 15, so that's all looking promising. So yeah, 2Ks to go. She's been a mission. It's just after 3 o'clock now, so you know, I did about 4 hours yesterday afternoon driving from Albury to Goulburn, and was on the road at 6:30 this morning from Goulburn. I haven't really had a lot of stops. Probably a lunch stop for the kebab at the cherry pie shop or whatever it was called. Damn good kebab. But yeah, the lunch stop was probably the longest. That dinging, if you can hear it, is the HX2 still dinging the whole way. Love that thing. Not. Anyway. So.
In 400 metres, at the roundabout, take the first exit onto Dobie Street.
Yeah, some cricketers out, jacarandas are out. Well, where I'm going is Jacaranda Park, so I guess it makes sense to be some jacarandas. Alright, let's turn this camera around. Turning left.
In 400 metres, at the roundabout, take the third exit onto Prince Street.
We're getting close. 850 metres to go. We're not going to the hospital. At least I hope we're not going to the hospital.
In 600 metres, your destination will be on the left.
Alright. 600 metres on the left. I think we're going to just unplug that HX2 and deal with it that way. That should stop it dinging, because I'm about ready to throw that thing through the wall. Not that there's a wall here, but yeah. Alright. I think I see what I'm looking for. Look at that, a fellow 76 driver.
In 200 metres, turn right onto Queen Street.
So yeah, it is a 2014 Patriot X1, and it has definitely had a life. So it's missing the rear swing away that stores the spare tyre. It's missing the uprights for the awning mounts as well. Consequently, picked this up for under 10 grand, which for if you've seen Patriot campers advertised second hand, that is a cracking price. It's got the full Manager 30 still in it, which is worth a few grand on its own. Plus came with the Max Tracks and some solar panels as well. Hey everyone, Jason here from Off the Beaten Path. Now I just thought I'd give you a quick rundown on the route I actually took bringing the Patriot back. As I said, I took the scenic route, so yeah, stayed the night here in Armidale, headed southwest down the New England Highway to Uralla, and then sort of south out of Uralla down to Walcher on Thunderbolt's Way, continued south on Thunderbolt's Way. This is actually a really nice drive, particularly this latter section here. So then turned southeast, and it actually started going through part of the Noandock National Park, Duro State Forest. This section through here, all of this, you can see it's fairly twisty. It's also pretty steep. Certainly, there was a bit of traffic. I didn't actually film any of this because I had no idea it was going to be as scenic as it was. I'd never driven through here before. But certainly was testing on the vehicle and the brakes and the tow pro, with the weight of the trailer being on the back and it being so steep. Met up with a couple of log trucks through here as well, which kept things interesting, and certainly changes in speed. But yeah, came out the bottom of Thunderbolt's Way, down here, and then continued into Gloucester. Stopped at Gloucester for a morning tea stop. Went in to check out the Drifter store there, which is the original original sort of HQ store for Drifter. And yeah, had some morning tea, and then decided that it was the opportune time to take a drive through the Barrington Tops. It was a really just a small taste, but last time I was in Gloucester, which was getting the kitchen and everything installed in the Padge a few years ago, I wasn't able to take the Barrington Tops at that time, so this time I definitely did. So headed out this Scone Road here, and followed this through, and followed this grey road up here. So it's pretty much a gravel road. It was all pretty much two-wheel drive. It was pretty easy driving, but very, very scenic. I didn't have the time to get off and actually explore any of these side tracks, but this little taste did let me know that the Barrington Tops is definitely an area I want to get back to. Kept going west and came out this other side. Super scenic drive down through the hills. Coming out of here, you can see it's pretty twisty. Amazing views. I did get some of that on camera. And then onto this yellow sealed road and down here into Scone. Let me just pull that across. So yeah, down this yellow road here and into Scone, just zooming out, and then back onto the New England Highway. As I said, I took the scenic route. This is not the most direct route by any stretch of the imagination. So down to Muswellbrook, and then across here to Denman, and then I took this drive through here, this Yarrawa Road through here. This was also quite a nice drive. Discovered there's a big mine in here somewhere, which was quite interesting. But yeah, really scenic drive through this valley here, and then up over the hills and out the other side. So through this valley, up over the hills, out the other side. I've got to be conscious of where the screen capture actually is, and then continued following this down south here to Rylestone. Stopped for a late lunch in Rylestone, and then continued making my way south. So no, I would have turned off here on this orange road and made my way south to Bathurst. Could not resist the opportunity to visit Bathurst, and in particular Mount Panorama, given I was going this way. So definitely did that. And then from Bathurst, continued southwest from Bathurst down to Cowra, down to Young, and Cootamundra, and then back onto the highway, and made my way all the way back to Albury. So look, that's probably a really long rundown of a long trip, but for those that are interested, I thought I'd show you the route that I actually took. And yeah, I used the gears as much as I could coming down Thunderbolt's Way, but yeah, brakes were still getting a little bit soft by the end of it, that's for sure. So definitely some steep roads through here, and you know, when you're towing, it's even something as small as the Patriot, it certainly makes a big difference. It's good the trailer brakes are working, because that was definitely a must-have for this terrain, that's for sure. So the plan is we're going to we're taking the scenic route home, obviously. It's me, I mean, what else am I going to do? And I I really want to go through the Barrington Tops from Gloucester there. Last time I was in Gloucester was when we're getting the drifter fit out put in the back of the Padge, and I wanted to go back home through the Barrington Tops that time, but my passenger at the time vetoed that and said no, we've just got to head straight home. This time, no passenger, so no one to veto it. So yeah, look, we're not going to be doing a lot of exploring or anything because we don't have time and we're not equipped for it, but I just want to take the main sort of track through the Barrington Tops and check it out. It's an area I'd like to come back and explore a little bit more sometime, and it's just not exactly close, so while I've got the opportunity to just look at it, just even go through and check it out, I think it's worth doing. So that's the plan. See how that pans out. Damn GoPro mounts. Didn't have Luca with me this time to find it, but fortunately it was a bit of an easier find. I was checking regularly to see that it was connected, so fortunately I didn't get too far down the road. That case is FUBAR, but it's probably saved the camera. Back in the car, just took it out of the case. As I thought, the lens on the Hero 8 is undamaged. Camping along the river on the way through to the Barrington Tops. Camp Cobark. Pretty sure that's where they had one of the Drifter Fans camping events back in the day. Cracking looking spot. Oh, entering the Barrington Tops proper. Roads just changed to gravel. Patriot is the exact same width as the car. Like, you just don't have to worry about it. Definitely a few potholes. There was that big sign at the start that said limited maintenance road, drive to the conditions. Be nice to be able to spend some time exploring the Barrington tops, camping up here for a few days, but that's just not the opportunity that we've got this time. So this road will take us through to the other side, I think to Scone. Testing out that suspension on the Patriot, that's for sure. Yeah, Scone, I don't know, Scone, I think. Depends whether you're English, I think. So anyway, and then, you know, we should have pretty flat country all the way home. Probably going to get home later than I'd like, but that's all right. Take these opportunities when they present. Not today. Dilgry Circuit. Yeah, that's not today. We're going to stick it on the main drag today. We're going to be home late enough as it is. Okay, so this is sort of a picnic area. That's an alternate way, yeah, so we'll carry on. Not far to go, and we should be getting to a lookout. It did look like there was a shortcut track cutting across to the lookout, but not that we're seeing here. So they get brumbies up here. So it's a road, but yeah, we're not going to do it. I'm resisting the temptation back to third, and we're going to stay on the main track because it's 20 past 11 and I'm still like 700-800 k's I think from home. So resisting the temptation. And we'll take the long way around on the good road, which ultimately will probably be quicker. We might have to plan a trip up here to the Barrington tops, I think, and just have a little bit of a poke around on some of these tracks. It's very scenic. Coming out the other side, maybe. Long drop there and a bit of a campground. picnic area and walking track, day use by the look of it. Little stream. Yeah, it'd be a nice little area to check out. It's been a bit of a whirlwind trip through here. You know, we're sort of sat on at least 60 most of the way, excepting a few spots where we've slowed down due to very steep road or lots of potholes. But look, it's been worth coming through just to get a little bit of a sense of what's here and a bit more of a sense of how big the area is. And I definitely think we could plan a trip, you know, a few days up here. You know, it's going to take you most of a day to get here, so you probably want to camp up here at least 2 or 3 nights and make something of it. Passing through another gate, Panorama Road there on the right. We continue straight as far as I know. Looking for an answer, looking for a lancer, eh? Yeah, bit of a lookout. Yeah, some cracking views out there to the left. That's the view just beside the road here. Cool scenery through here, no doubt. this view coming down out of here is magic. I doubt either of the cameras are probably doing it justice. So here we are in Bathurst. We came through Sofala. That was a steep little descent down into Sofala and then a steep little climb out of it. Some good climbs and descents on the way through from Sofala to Bathurst. And look.
In 200 metres, at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on George Street.
I'm already getting home late tonight, so we can't be in Bathurst and not check out Mount Panorama. At least I can't. So Google is telling me that it's closed, whatever that means.
In 200 metres, at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on George Street.
But we're going to go and have a look anyway. I mean, I don't get to Bathurst very often. And let's get as close as we can to Mount Panorama while we're here.
In 200 metres, at the roundabout.
So what do we reckon? 76 untuned, towing the Patriot camper. Are we going to set a lap record? I don't think so.
In 200 metres, at the roundabout, continue straight to stay on William Street.
There it is. I don't know if that's going to come out on the phone camera. I hope it does. Mount Panorama. Actually here. Reading those words up on the hill there. I mean, it's not that long since this year's Bathurst. Maybe as we come through the trees here, it's might be a little more readable.
In 500 metres, at the roundabout, take the second exit and stay on Panorama Avenue.
Mount Panorama Motor Racing Circuit. This is very cool. This is the hotel they built.
Exit the roundabout onto Panorama Avenue, then turn right onto Pitt Straight.
Oh.
Take
Wow.
the next right onto Pitt Straight, then sharp left.
Oh.
Sharp left, then turn right.
This is Pitt Straight. This is pretty cool.
400 metres, slight left onto Mountain Straight.
Yeah, we're done with you navigating. I think we'll figure it out from here.
In 200 metres, slight right onto Hinton Road.
This is pretty bloody good. Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Take the next right onto Hinton Road.
All right, we're good now. You never.
Hey, good. Where are you, mate?
I am driving up Mountain Straight on Mount Panorama
Oh, you're joking?
in the 76, towing the Patriot camper.
Oh, Bathurst, that's sensational. I've never been. Oh, I've probably driven past it, but no. Yeah, well, that's good. That's cool. That's one for the channel.
Oh, I mean, look, I'm already getting home late tonight, so it's like there was no way I was coming here and not driving the track.
No, absolutely, mate. That's something that's got to be done. Absolutely. No, mate. I agree 100%.
You know, you're coming through Bathurst. You know, and it's not that long since this year's Bathurst 1000, so all the signage is fresh. It's still got the race line marks on the track, and you know, pit lane still looks like pit lane. I think I'm at Forest Elbow. This is very sharp.
well, just because it's you're on Bathurst, mate. You know, don't go try and breaking any land speed records with your 76, don't you?
Well, mate, towing a trailer uphill, that's not going to happen. And yeah, I believe the police actively patrol this and discourage, you know, wannabe racers from trying to break the lap record at Bathurst. So yeah, we're not breaking any speed limits in the 76 while towing, that's for sure.
No.
But this is pretty epic.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, no, that's good. So you can't record and talk on the phone at the same time?
Not on the phone, apparently, no. So, and I was using the phone because I'd had issues with the GoPro mounts. But yeah, anyway, I'm recording on the GoPro now and talking to you on the phone.
Okay. Yep.
So, you know, can't not record this.
No, absolutely, mate. Sensational stuff. I mean, the 76 will do it quite nicely around that track. So, no, hats off to you, mate. I don't think I've ever done that before. I'd love to do it, but if I'm in the area, I'd certainly be doing the same thing.
Yeah, well, look, we're going to plan a trip up this way. I came through Sofala on the way through. That was quite interesting.
Yes.
So there's lots to see. Oh, this is this little corner where they sometimes go straight ahead.
Okay.
So yeah, no, she's interesting. That's for sure.
Yes.
Oh man, I tell you what, the contours on this track, you don't appreciate it from the in-car footage.
No. Look, I mean, it's you know, when they actually show it on the actual television, I mean, you know, you can't. You really need to be there to actually see it and just feel it and you know, and hear it. It's just to give you that appreciation of what they're actually doing rather than watching it on television.
Yeah, well, it's like everything, isn't it? The camera never tells the full story, but yeah, look, driving these corners now, I can't believe how fast they take them. And I mean, I think even if you're here, you only see one part of the race, but yeah. Anyway, I thought I'd give you a call while I'm driving on Bathurst. I'm on Conrad Straight now.
All right, see how fast she goes, buddy. See if you can crack the 300 kilometre an hour.
I don't know about that. I could probably hit 140, 150, but then I get a speeding ticket. So
no, you lose your licence. Don't go doing that, mate.
The speed limit here seems to be 60, so we'll stick to that.
All right, buddy. Safe travel.
Will do. Catch you later.
Okay, take care. Ciao.
This is pretty epic. Driving a lap of Mount Panorama. Might be the slowest lap in history, but you know, we're here and we're doing it. Very cool. Some fit people walking it. I could do without walking this hill, that's for sure. Even this corner, it's 45 k's recommended for, you know, normal drivers like us. And you know, I think in the V8 supercars they come around there at about 100. Just nuts. There's the hotel they built to
400 meters,
watch Bathurst.
Onto Pitt Straight.
And there's the pit lane entry.
Take the next straight.
And that's where we came in, just over there. All right, looks like we continue through to head home.
In 500 metres,
So-
slide right onto Hinton Road.
Yep, we'll record pit straight just one last time. There's all the pits. Very cool. Well, if you're going to take the scenic route, take the scenic route. Outstanding.